Hello, good afternoon. This is Michael Finley, Collaboration Effects. Today I bring to you another video, how to find your purpose after a job loss. We're entering into a storm, and most people won't tell you this, but the storm isn't coming. It's already here. You're not even getting a warning. Layoffs, AI is going to be shrinking this economy. And it also presents an opportunity. The world of work as we knew it is over. The feeling pressure of confusion, exhaustion, you're not crazy. You're discerning what most people are still trying to ignore. We were raised to believe that you work hard, you have safety in a job, and that's your worth. The system would protect you if you follow the rules, but what happens when the system is the very thing that's collapsing? This isn't a recession, it's that reset they were telling you about. And the people who are frozen waiting for something to come back are about to miss out on something, a very important innovation in their life, but also very dangerous too. The Bible has a scripture. It says, if the foundations be destroyed, what are the saints to do? So these are some of the considerations we came when we were developing this topic and seeing how we might help others. But basically, we're in a trap. And let's be real. Most of what is sold as a solution is just another trap. You know, we take these courses, certifications, job boards, side hustles, and they're all just, digital hamster wheels. And what about gig work? Try telling your landlord that you made $43 for gas. Or even if you're making $20 an hour now on your new job, how does that pair with the $8,000 a month job you just replaced? Seriously? The most dangerous lie is that, we're going to have somebody come to rescue you if you just wait and it'll all go back to normal. Well, that's the real trap. It's not the economy. It's the lie that you've got some sort of deceived ownership in the belief that breakthrough is going to be someone else's job to provide for you. The shift is here's what you might not know. There's a remnant of people rising. Hundreds of people every day are being paid based on the value they provide to others. And there's significant amounts of wealth in that. But they provide the value first, and then they get the pay. And basically, they've developed machines that do this within the digital realm. So rather than fight it so much as maybe take a tact in that wind so that you might ride those waves with some of these other sailboats. People are unplugging from this machine. It's not an escape, but to build something with it while, the sun's shining, we make hay, right? It's a new kind of economy, a new kind of freedom. And it doesn't come by fighting the old system. If you declare war on the system, they'll generally declare war on you. And we've all seen how that goes. Not to say that we need to bow and bend and kiss somebody's ring. This is America, last I checked. Some people don't like America so much. But a lot of people have been fooled too. Your greatest asset right now isn't on your resume. Your greatest asset is your story. It's your insights. It's your ability to serve with purpose. The people thriving aren't chasing trends. They're finding alignment in what other people value. That's building clarity. They're leveraging tools that restore dignity to work. The world don't need no more employees. We've got systems to handle this. It's like the guy that brought a net into the village replaced all the people doing the fishing. And so when the people went out to fish, there were no more fish because the guy with the net got them all. Well, it's kind of something that's been happening over and over again throughout time. If you used to press vinyl records, In 1995, you found yourself out of work because CDs took up a whole lot less space, and the chances that you write CD code were probably slim and none. So we're going through that again, only on a giant scale. So much so they're saying that 40% of the jobs today will be replaced or done away with by 2030. So, but you don't want to fight the system. I mean, people don't know any better. Yeah, it may be a conspiracy, that may be true, but it's compartmentalized. So people are just doing their jobs. They don't know any better. So you can't really get mad at them. So anyway, without declaring war on the system, why should you? Just work within it and make it better. That makes you more valuable, right? Instead of a target. But the framework, what does it look like? We built a system for those that are ready to say yes, and it starts July 1st. It's not a gimmick. It's not a job. It's a network of tools and roles and income paths built for the world we're entering. Here's what we're proposing and as one of our first offers. It's got several parts from magic math, a thinking tool disguised as as a multiplication shortcut. Turn your brain. You can train your brain in minutes a day. You practice this, you'll be better at math. One-finger typing tool. How about that? I type with one finger. I'm sure there's a lot of people that are, I don't know, I'm a carpenter by trade. What do I know about office work? They ask me questions. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have a computer at my desk. I'm out here holding the paintbrush. So we also have a petition rescue protocol. It's a system of intellectual property that one posts describing their debts for others to purchase on your behalf to gain favor with God. At his very request, he says, prove me on this. So you in turn post a thanksgiving to glorify God and the groups of others that hear about it, so that they too will know a way out of it. Because we got to save these families, folks. And if you're earning enough money where you can afford to do that, it's an awesome feeling to do. And God's word is a pretty strong guarantee. Angels hang out there, so you want to behave yourself when you're dealing with these things. Don't get no crazy ideas about how you're going to take advantage of God, okay? But we got residual revenue resources. It's a base income framework fueled by aligned member tuition. And the purpose is they provide a valuable service for us, the membership, and we in turn pay them handsomely. Clarity reset. Clear the fog and reframe your story and find out what your next right thing to do is. Self-awareness. It develops your malnourished creative self. Let's face it, folks. We've got life. 40 years of life stuck in total fight or flight as we panic from month to month to pay the bills, and we haven't really lived our lives. We've just existed. Meanwhile, your creative side has been in the closet. So he needs some nourishment, and so we help with that. Curriculum content asset builder. What that is we help people grow as they're able. And, well, just like if you're going to college, 1 year is a prerequisite for the second year, which is a prerequisite of the third year and the fourth. And that's kind of how we have this set up. We have it set up with sides of the board. That's how we frame it. And as you're doing this, you're building assets to set your family free. In the beginning, you don't know anything. So the first order of business is to change your mindset about how things are. We have navigator roles. These are people that coordinate the new people, and they also are liaisons to the mentors and the angels that are taking care of foundational issues regarding collaboration effects and building a future for you guys even when we get to that point. So we have mentors to guide. These are people that join at a high level and they've already got life experiences and they have a lot of wisdom to share and they've got fruit on the tree. And these people have been where you're going, they've been where you're at, they know what works, they know what don't work, and what a cool thing it is to be able to set up a regular time with somebody without breaking the bank. And they may have a fee and they have the right to do so. But they get paid on their value too, and if it's worth it, you pay them. But this is about collaboration. It's not about becoming, somebody else's fish farm. And here's kind of a fun thing. We've got a board game in mind, and we have a feeling it's going to pull tradition's pants down. It's going to change some conversations. We don't hand you a product to pitch. We give you tools to reclaim your purpose in life. And if you choose to use them, you won't just survive, you'll lead. We need leaders. I'd like to speak plainly now. I'm getting ready to do a sermon on a topic that I don't hear many churches give, to be honest with you. And it's a command that says, come out of her, my people. I think the reason is because, for years we had no concept of what this was referring to. But in years lately, we kind of sort of do. But Babylon isn't falling. It already has. It isn't about prepping for some future collapse. It's about responding to the present revelation. I mean, you were never meant to live paycheck to paycheck. You were never meant to work till you die. You never meant to be, afraid of opening the mailbox. That's not abundance. That's not dominion. That's not inheritance. These are all controversial to the things we were promised, both by our churches and by our country. We're kind of on a personal exodus. My own journey required me to let go of things that look secure but were stealing my purpose. Once I stepped away, I got some clarity. And now I invite you to take a look at what's possible, because it isn't about you. Just like this offer I make today. If I didn't make this offer, you wouldn't have the option to choose it. But it was stuck inside of me, not you. Do you see what I'm saying? So, we want to invite you to take a look at what's possible. And it is about those that you're called to help. The family you're meant to protect, and the voice inside of you that's been silenced for way too long. You don't need credentials. You need conviction. You don't need permission. You need a plan. And we're promising you a path. Everything you've been through has prepared you for this. Not to impress people, but to liberate them. We don't offer a rescue. We offer a roadmap. And we don't promise easy. You're going to have some things that are kind of tough. But we guarantee alignment and clarity and a reason to show up every day. And the rest is kind of on you. So, book the call. Download the roadmap. Step into the beta when it comes. It's coming soon. Join the tribe, because it's, you've seen the Game of Thrones. One of the quotes I had in there was my favorite. And because it makes a certain amount of sense, it says, when the snow falls and the white winds blow, the lone wolf dies, but the pack survives. And when you're part of a group like we're putting together, you're not just one guy. You've got a bunch of other people in your corner. And then in Camelot, I was surprised to see this, Knights at the Round Table, they said, in service to others, we became free. Not just words, not just sayings, not just USA, USA. What is that? Not sure I want to be part of that crowd, really. But final call to action. Collaboration effects. This is your Exodus moment. And you have a seat reserved. You were born for a time like this. Let's build something greater. I can't wait to meet you guys. God bless and thank you.